Honorable Speaker, for giving me the time to make my contribution to this very important motion. And I think as we look at these nominees, Honorable Speaker, we must look at the back under what backdrop where did we have a second selection of cabinet. I think, in my own opinion, Honorable Speaker, the major challenge we were facing as a country, which the President clearly declared, we had a cabinet that was incompetent. And there was the issue of exclusion, which came out very clearly. Honorable Speaker, as I sit here and listen to the committee report, I just wonder as a specialist in issues technical and the capacity building, how was the capacity and the competence developed for over 70% of the cabinet in less than a month? So I really feel very, very cheated as a member of parliament with the fact that within less than a month, people did not have competence. 70% of them gained competence. So I really want us to explore the tools. Honorable Speaker, my concern is we need to explore the tools.
Order, Susan. Honorable Susan. Yes, Alicia.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What begs on my mind is when she's talking about competence. There are two things. There's competencies and competence. What does she mean? Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, I am not apologizing. I'm not an Englishman, neither a woman. I'm a Kamba, and I know he understands his competence. Just to continue, Honorable Speaker, the other point was the issue of inclusion, and in particular, the inclusion was the inclusion for the youth. When we appoint only one youth, seemingly youth, is that an inclusion? I think we are being selfish as adults. And when the youth complain, we are not including them. Especially when we have over 50% of the population of this country being youth. I think it is not. Hello, Mr. Speaker, can you protect me? I can't even contribute because of unnecessary noise. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. When we look at the population of Kenya, we have over 50% youth. When all the old men and whatever, women are few, get all the cabinet slots, are we genuinely? I think that is still exclusion for the youth. I don't see inclusion in that. Secondly, Honorable Speaker.
Order, Susan. There's a point of order from Owen Bayer.
I can read.
You know, Honorable Speaker, listening to Susan, she says that 80% of the cabinet has no competence, whichever it is, competences or what. Then she comes and tells us that we are being selfish because we did not nominate youth. The youth that, in her words, actually do not have the competence. So that contradiction does not speak for the Kamba community. They have higher competencies than that.
Understand this point because I stated very clearly. The President declared himself and said he is disbanding the cabinet because he's incompetent. When 70% comes back, it is assumed they have developed competence. I'm just wondering what tools were used to check that competence that within a month came up. I am feeling this was more political manipulation than actually what we are looking for as Kenyans.
Time up. Women rep for Tarakaniti. Okay, give her 1 minute to finish.
Honorable Speaker, and this is among the few dissenting voices which have not been given time. Honorable Speaker, I think I have been into an integrity class, and integrity does not mean the law, you must have been accused in law. Even when people doubt you and what you stand for, matters trust is an integrity issue. We have a case where somebody was accused by ESEC that he was corrupt, and the people brought evidence that there was that. Even that doubt in itself, chapter 6 of our constitution, that person is already disqualified. The last one, what I see is political manipulation of joining numbers of UDA and the ODM to get a super majority, but not a genuine concern to give Kenyans competence. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Go on.